All right, we can give everyone a couple of minutes to get on, get set up. I would like to keep this meeting to 30 minutes or as close to that as possible so that anyone who is interested can go to the school board meeting one online. So we'll give it just a second and then we'll kind of pop on, get going. Make sure all of my people are here. Susie, I know you're here. Beth, I know you're here. Pam, are you here?
Yep, I'm here.
Jessica, you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Well, I know Mateo's here, so. All right, so we are going to get started. Welcome to the November FTO meeting. Thank you for being here. Like I just got done saying, want to be in and out with you guys because I know that a bunch of parents are interested in checking out the school board. I thought that I would just kind of give a big highlight recap really fast in terms of what we have been working on. We've had this Hoagie Fundraiser, which Beth is going to talk to you about in a minute. We have done the pumpkin patch. The winners have been picked. I had everything good to go. And then I had a change in what my daily schedule looks like. And I now have kids in the classroom for cohort A. So I am having to revamp when I can meet with the winners. But they're going to go shopping with me. They're going to get an invitation where their parents list a couple of things that would be good choices to shop for. Then the student will bring that back to me. We're going to have lunch and they're going to shop on Amazon. So I'm hoping to have that all completely wrapped up by the end of next week. I want to say a huge thank you to all of our parents who have been involved. We have had such a successful start to our fundraising this year. We kicked it off with the masks, and then I know Beth is going to share her good news about the hoagies, and we've already been hearing some pretty awesome feedback about the poinsettias. So I'm excited for that. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Mr. Mateo, do you have anything that you want to talk about?
Sure, just briefly, thank you so much to everybody who did make the pumpkin patch possible. It was a great interactive activity for the kids. Great to see the entries, decorated pumpkins. Really very impressed. So making the best out of what we can do right now. I thought it was a great activity. So thank you so much. I will tell you, those of you that are interested in the school board meeting, it is now posted on our website. So you can go right to the front page and the link to that meeting will be right there at 7 o'clock. If you haven't had a chance, please stop by. Tomorrow is Veterans Day and we do have our Veterans Day display in front of the school where we're honoring all the veterans that normally would be with us in-house for our recognition. They're now out front. So encourage any veteran that you might have to take a walk out to the front of our building and check that out. In addition, the kids have provided some activities and some things that are being mailed home. So we hope that our normal visitors and community members will have a surprise from Evergreen. I really thank everybody for their help with that. Especially Miss Pack in the office. She really took the lead on that and got that done. We just wrapped up the changeover. As you know, parents could change the educational placement. So if you're interested, we had about 15 children that did change placement. We did have some that moved the hybrid and some that did move online. And we did have some that moved from the cyber program into our GATE program. So we've been busy making those changes in schedules and making sure everybody is going to where they are supposed to. It's been very busy. And the only other thing I'll mention is if you have any questions about the online classes or anything regarding kids' schedules or grades, just give me a call at any point, and I'll be glad to go over that with you. And if you are thinking about a change of placement, again, reach out to me, and we can coordinate that with you. So that's it at this point. Again, I'll make it real brief. Don't forget that we are still, if your kids are online, they can still come up every day to grab some lunch from our cafeteria. They're doing an amazing job keeping that running for everybody in the community. So thanks for everybody and all your support. Do want to mention that the decision has not been made about Wednesdays and the kids returning on Wednesdays. So even though that survey was sent out, no decisions have been made. Obviously, there's going to be more information tonight at the board meeting. So again, check our website for that link. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Just to touch on what he said in terms of the Veterans Day, I just want to give a shout out to Mrs. Pack. She worked very hard and it looks really nice out there. I know that my boys have had fun going to find their veteran. So if you have time to stop by tomorrow. Beth and Pam, do you want to fill us in?
Go ahead, Beth, you can go first.
Okay. So our Hoagie Fundraiser wrapped up. The pickup for that is on Thursday. So if you did participate and have Hoagies to be delivered, we're going to do a pickup during parent pickup at 3:30 and then between 5 and 7-ish. Hopefully not that late, but that's what was advertised in the calendar. So we'll be there to pick up at that time. So our grand total are the items sold. We had about 16 kids participate that turned in orders to the school. And then we sold 76 items online. So I don't know how many kids that was that had orders turned in online, but our total items was 543. So that's about a $1,600 profit. So that's great. So thank you if you guys participated. I think this was a very successful fundraiser. Spitfires said that we smashed Ramsey's numbers from last week. They did the fundraiser too last week. So way to go. So I'm really excited about that.
Thank you for leading it. That's an awesome way to start, the fall. So thank you.
You're welcome.
For November, what we have looking forward to as far as fundraisers is on November 25th, we have scheduled a Blaze Pizza Spirit Night. So everybody go out so you don't have to cook right before Thanksgiving. And then I also have scheduled from November 22nd to November 30th, a Five Below fundraiser. We are going to repeat that again, just so everybody knows, from December 16th to December 24th. So if you don't get out there in November, we can do it again right before Christmas. So as far as fundraisers, that's it. I know Beth and I are working really hard to get all of the spirit nights planned in the next few weeks out for the rest of the year. So we have contacted several restaurants in the area to try to pick one for each month so that we can get that information out to everybody and just have it on the calendar so that we don't have to keep working month by month. So hopefully we'll have that information out soon. The other thing I have to report on really is the planned virtual assembly with Dr. Taylor. That will start on November 16th. It will, so he said that he had about 20 students send in videos to be a part of the assembly. And then there was also the option to send it directly to the guy. So he said he had a feeling that, several other students just sent it directly to him. We're still working on, he has a plan to get it in each Google Classroom, his counselor corner, as well as posting it on the website. So we also, the FTO, discussed kind of trying to make it an event in itself to get the most families reached, but we haven't had any decisions made on that yet. So you'll hear more about that soon.
Thank you. Is it too late if any of the kids want to turn one in? Is it too late to do that, or?
I believe it is, only because the gentleman had to compile the video with his to, I know Dr. Taylor tried to send a reminder out like every day of the last week leading up to it.
No, they've had lots of notice. I just was checking.
Yeah.
So
I think the gentleman needed the time to put it together to make sense with him answering the questions and stuff. So
awesome. Thank you. All right, Jessica and Carrie.
Hey, all right. So we have the online book fair going right now with a few contests. I am not certain if the flyer was distributed via email. So if you're a GATE parent, you may have missed it, which my apologies. I've been posting on Facebook pretty much every day. I love books. My kids love books, and book fair week is a big deal for us. So hopefully you did have a flyer come home that told you about some ways that kids can earn free books during the fair. And so a few of those ways are you can post a screenshot of your receipt. I'm actually going to be doing that tonight because I finally placed my order. You can black out your personal information, total, stuff like that. Just a little picture that says like you made a purchase basically. And that'll enter you into a raffle or your child into a raffle to pick out a free book. You can also have your child post or help them post what their favorite book is. That's also on Facebook, or you can email these things to Carrie at clstarks77@gmail.com. If you want that email, just put something in the chat and I'll write it in there. And then last, we have a book cover contest. So we're hoping that kids will hop on their iPads or use paint or markers or draw and just create like a fictional book cover, a fictional title. They can even put an author. They can put themselves as the author. And they can submit that to Miss Forga or again to Carrie via email. And yeah, so we're excited to see the winner of that one will get a book bundle. But there's just ways to get free books. The teachers have some golden tickets in their classroom where they're selecting a student to receive a free book. So we're just trying to get everyone excited to read. So we have the online book fair going, and as always, Evergreen does earn some profits back from everything that's purchased using our shopping link. And then as far as the budget goes, I don't know if you can screen share, Steph.
You should be able to, or well, I have it.
So I've never screen shared, and it's something I need to learn. Maybe you can help me on some off time.
I can do it.
I just made another deposit today. We've had a handful of deposits over the last month. So our current balance is $9,598.71. We do still have some profits to come in from the Moe's fundraiser and some mask profits that will be continuing to be deposited. So we're looking okay right now as far as what we have put out versus what we are bringing in. And so we're hoping to put together some more events as the year goes on.
Jessica, as soon as I'm done talking, I'll pull it up. I don't want people to wait for me while I have to dig for it, if that's okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, no. Or you're welcome. Do you have it on your computer?
Yes.
If you go down to the bottom button on Zoom, it says share screen.
Yeah, I promise you I've tried this before and it was like a nightmare.
Okay,
I will see if I will send you the exact location right now.
No, I totally understand.
It's under checkbook register.
Carrie, is there anything that you need to add in, or do you feel like Jessica?
I think she covered it.
Okay. Jessica and Carrie, thank you both so much for the book fair, the reminders. I know third grade had their raffle drawing for one of their golden tickets today, and my son won. And he's so excited because he's convinced he can never win anything since I'm on the FTO. So he was super pumped about that. We are going to.
Sorry, Carrie, can you share about the Box Top apps real quick? Just remind people.
Oh, yeah. I turned those in. We got a whole whopping $31.10 between some clips and the app. If you can go on and download the app onto your phone and scan your receipts, that helps the school because they're phasing out the clips, but they're still out there, but not for, I don't think, too much longer. So it's really hurting a lot of schools. because a lot of schools are losing money. And it was an easy way to make money for schools. So if people could just scan their receipts and help us out, that'd be great.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Check out Jessica's Facebook post on Facebook. If you are on it, it's Evergreen Elementary dash Gateway. And so she's been sending out the reminders, trying to encourage the kids to participate, and it's been a lot of fun. The next thing is we will be wearing red, white, and blue tomorrow for Veterans Day. If you have a picture of your child wearing that, you can either email it to me at sforga@gatewayk12.org, or I'll be making a post in the morning. Same thing for November 13th. It's World Kindness Day. And it just kind of got started somehow that everybody honors Mr. Rogers on that day. And if you have one, wear a cardigan. Again, you can post pictures on Facebook or you can email them directly to me. We are working to get pictures to start accumulating, because we will be doing a yearbook at the end of the year. And even though kids aren't in the building, I want to make sure that every single classroom is well represented. I'm going to hand it over to Christy to talk about our Poinsettia Fundraiser.
Hi, everyone. The flyers and information, the order form and order tracking form should have gone home with the cohort A and B students already. I believe Stephanie or someone is going to send an email out after the meeting that goes through the specifics, obviously for all of the families, but particularly the GATE families who haven't gotten anything yet. But we are started. I'm glad to hear there was already some positive feedback. I literally cannot tell you enough how gorgeous these plants are. It's unbelievable. But big dates, orders are due November 30th to us. And then we'll place the order a couple days later to the vendor. But I made a Google form for the order in case you were more comfortable doing that. And then there's also a paper order form. You can fill out either one. All the monies do need to be turned into the office. So if you're there and you want to do paper, that's fine. But if you'd rather the form, I had Stephanie look at it. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I tried to make it sort of mirror the other form. And then orders will be available for pickup on Friday, December 11th. We have a I put 2 to 6. Obviously, my family's new here, so I have no idea how these things work, but we'll figure it out. We'll give more specific instructions as the day approaches. I think we were talking about the kindergarten hallway. I don't know, guys. I really don't, but we'll get there. So just make sure that these make excellent gifts. Just make sure that you are able to be there to pick your order up, because I don't have anywhere to put extra plants. They're perishable. So we really need to make sure that people are there. Even make arrangements with someone, right? Like if Stephanie couldn't get hers, I could pick them up for her or something like that. So if anyone has any questions, please just let me know. Xander's Old School did this a number of years, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger because people would see them at pickup and get mad that they didn't get more, really. So
I'm excited. I've knocked out a couple of teacher gifts.
Yeah.
Or my son's teachers, please ignore that if you're on this call. But no, I thought it would be fun to give them, and they could have it in their classroom or take it home.
Yep. And I'm gonna work with the gal at the greenhouse to put together little like care cards, so that if you don't know how to take care of plants, it'll be on the card for you whenever you pick up your plant. So that way, I wasn't calling anybody out. I was just,
No.
So hopefully I'll be able to get those put together too.
Thank you for all of the hard work that you've done. It's really appreciated. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Now that we have talked about it, I have the email in my drafts to send to Mr. Mateo, and then hopefully he can send it out for us. Beth, do you want to talk about the canned food drive coming up?
Sure. So we're doing a canned food drive. The dates for that are November 20th through December 4th. So there's going to be some information. There's going to be some information going out for that. So look for that. We have it broken down into grades and what items for each grade that we're asking for, that the food bank was looking for. Christina, is Christina on the call?
Yeah, she's here.
Do you have anything you want to add to that? Christina and Shauna have kind of been coordinating and heading this up.
I think you mean me, Beth.
Oh, was it you? I'm sorry.
Christina is on the call, but I think you mean me.
Sorry. We were looking at your wedding picture at the meeting.
Yeah, that's okay. No, I don't really have anything to add. I didn't see Shauna pop on at all. We're saving boxes so we can get the goods there. We're setting a school goal of 500 cans. I mean, we sold over 500 hoagies, right? We should be able to get over 500 cans.
Absolutely.
And then the only other thing, Stephanie and I did talk about doing sort of like a thermometer, probably in the shape of a can, that we would kind of fill up so the kids could see their progress. And I know that a handful of us will be donating extra cans to Mr. Mateo in the event someone, a child doesn't have anything to contribute and they would like to. So.
There will be a drop off outside. I'm going to work with Alicia in the cafeteria and put a box out for grab and go lunch pickup. And then we'll also keep one in the front of the school under the patio that I'll bring in every night so that it is locked up after the school closes. But then we'll put it back out there empty each day so that any families that are just out and about and want to drop a bag, they can do that. So we're excited to do this and to work with Garden City's food bank and just have a way to say thank you, and to give back to the community. All right, Pam, you've talked about the Five Below fundraiser and Blaze. Is there anything you needed to add about those?
No, I don't think so. They both will require either the printed out form or picture from your phone.
If you send it to me, I will get it copied.
Yes, both. I think you're on the emails that I sent to Pat, but I can send them to you again if you need both the forms. We had talked about both. We're going to try to make a packet with information to go home with both cohorts with all of that fundraising stuff together so that they're not getting one piece of paper here and there with a couple things that are going on right now. Those will hopefully go out together next week. But I think that was it.
We did the pumpkin patch in October and it was a huge success. So we've been trying to figure out what we can do in November as a fun activity that kids could participate in. And Pam had a really great idea that I'd like her to share with us, because this is kind of what we're thinking we're going to do.
Okay, so we thought since it was such a silly year this year that it would be kind of a cool thing, especially with how much things are changing from month to month, for the kids to create time capsules that they can open up at the end of the year and just kind of see. It kind of would have been cool, I guess, to do it at the beginning of the year, but in 6 months in May, how much things have changed for them. So I'm going to come up with a list of questions to ask them. Some school related, some maybe life related, maybe even including what you're thankful for right now for Thanksgiving. And then we had talked about maybe doing a trace your handprint and a picture of themselves and then sealing it up, and at the end of the year that they can open those up and we can do the questions again. They can compare what November looked like as opposed to how May looks for them. So hopefully better for some. Maybe most of them are back in school. That's, kind of a hopeful thing that, things have gotten better through the year 2021 for them. So we have some ideas for December too, but we wanted to get some other involvement and have a little bit more time planning. So this is kind of last minute, not a win. So that we thought that was something that was kind of easy to have the teachers, have the kids do, to have something to look forward to opening at the end of the year.
I am going to be working with the teachers to get those pictures taken quickly so that we can get them printed out. I don't know. I think you or Jessica said something about having the student take a picture with their teacher.
Yeah, I just thought it would be fun to compare their growth. And so if we could have them stand next to something that they could compare to, so maybe the height they are next to their teacher or something like that.
I think that would be kind of fun so they could see, like as they're getting taller, how close they are to their teacher's height type thing. So I'm going to work with them on that, and we will figure out either an alternative or just a modification for our gate families to do that. Beth, do you want to talk about the holiday shop really fast, and then I'll kind of wrap up with a couple things?
Sure. So we're working with Penguin Patch again this year to do the holiday shop. They have an online option and an in-person option. So we're trying to coordinate and figure out how we can do an in-person shop with social distancing and bringing very few volunteers into the school and things like that, and spreading things out so that the classes we can wipe everything down in between classes. And we're just kind of working on that. So the dates for that, it's going to be the week of December 7th. So we're not real sure yet how many days we're going to do the classes and what that's going to look like, or what opportunity we can have for the gate families to come in an evening, or parents to come in an evening to shop. But in addition to that, there will be an online shop available too. So if you don't want to bring your kids in, or your gate, and want to do it at home, you can. It's a really nice site that they have. You go on there and help them pick out who they're shopping for, and then it opens up a page of gifts that are geared towards like mom or sister or brother, grandparent, whatever. And then there's like a no peek checkout, so they can't see what the kid put in. The parent can just go in and pay for the item. So it's a good alternative, for people who don't feel comfortable bringing the kids into the school or coming to the school for that. So we're kind of working out the details of that. So more information will come. The online shop has to wrap up by December 5th, I believe was the date. So that's before the in-person shop. So the information for that will go out next week with the packet that Pam was talking about with the fundraising, but then there will be the in-person shop as well. So we'll send out information as soon as we get that solidified. Then if anybody's willing to volunteer and you have clearances and can come into the school, please let me know. If you want to put it in the chat or something, I'll jot your name down. So as we're coordinating that, because we do need a couple volunteers to be able to pull this off. So thank you.
Please let us know if you are willing to help with that. Mr. Mateo, we had talked the other day about it. You had said clearances, and I asked if they could just have their license and do the red box. Do you know, would that be sufficient, or do you need the parents to have clearances?
In the situation where we'll have it set up, a scan of a license would be good.
Okay. Perfect. That, I think, will open it up to a couple more parents being able to help. Beth, is there going to be a holiday or an evening shop that you need volunteers for too?
Yes, I'm not sure what day that's going to be. We haven't come up with what day that's going to be. So yes, if anybody's available daytime during in-school shopping and in the evening, and possibly the week before to set up the shop.
We can put out a call through email asking for help too.
Someone asked for the date for the in-person shop. It's December 7th through the 10th. That week is the dates that we have set up for that. So thank you, Jessica.
That leads me to my next thought, which is holiday parties. We have in years past always had like classroom parties the day before our winter break. And that's obviously going to look very different. If things stay the same and we're doing cohort A and cohort B, cohort A's, I lost my paper. Cohort A's would be that week before we got out of school, that Tuesday. Cohort B's would be that Friday. And it's going to look the same as it did this year for the harvest one. Teachers will kind of be the ones to control the flow of it. I did want to ask if we could take a quick poll for the harvest one. The FTO provided snacks and a drink. And so I was going to ask if we could do that for this. Any thoughts or? Okay. All in favor, if you will just give me an aye. Someone?
Aye.
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 It was great having the snacks.
Thank you.
And we were able to send them home for our gate kids as well, so.
Oh, I appreciate you doing that. Is there anything that we could do to help you guys with this to make it easier and take it off your shoulders?
I think a snack and a drink was great. I think a craft would have been nice if there was anything else, or even just some ideas. I think we were all kind of just punting, coming up with our own craft.
I wonder
Mrs. Zavatsky and I did use some of the money you had given us for craft, but it'd be not, I was just thinking, what could we make that would be universal?
Could parents possibly provide a craft if they wanted to for like their kids' class? Because I know like I've helped in the past and done the craft. I would be willing to send it in.
We would love that. Love it.
I will get out.
For every one of us.
I'll get it out to all of the parents and ask them if they would be willing to coordinate with their child's teacher, and we'll figure out where they belong and then which teachers did not get any volunteers, and maybe a couple of us can help take care of that one too. So I'll get that out quickly.
And by the way, the kids love the pumpkin patch. I mean, everything you guys are doing, it just makes it more of a normal atmosphere. So thank you.
Thank you
very much for everything. They really do.
I have 2 more calls for volunteers. We are going to be planning something fun for the kids, like we did the pumpkin patch and the time capsule. Do we have any parents that would be willing to help plan and execute something? If so, if you would like to volunteer, I will be putting out a request for help. We also would like to do some sort of service activity, like we're doing the canned food drive, maybe sponsor a couple families for Christmas, help them make it a little bit more less stress if we could, or do some sort of an angel tree. Is there anyone that would be willing to work with me on figuring out how it is we're going to do it and then getting it out there? Okay.
I can help you with that, Stephanie. We did one at St. Bede, so.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Another thing that we are going to do, Jessica Yanks and I think Mrs. Galloway is going to help us. Mrs. Galloway and I always do a holidays around the world right at that time. And we sent out an email last year asking for what different holidays our families celebrated. And our response was incredible. We had like 7 or 8 different holidays, many of them that we've never heard of. And so we thought it would be wonderful just to share it with the school and create a Holidays Around the World display. So if you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or any of the other ones that I may not have the name for tonight, we are looking for decorations or anything that we could show, information that you could teach us that we could get out to the students. We will be sending a Google Home form home to look for the different holidays, but we could really use your help if you had, like if you do Christmas, do you have an extra stocking you could send up to the display? Things like that. We want to make sure all of our families are well represented this year. So that is all I have. So how'd I do? Oh, okay. Anything else?
I just wanted to say I shared the flyer for the different sort of like incentive type things for the book fair in the chat. So Xander's teacher sent it out to us, the fall online book fair flyer. And then it looks like Mr. Mateo sent the link, put the link there too. So if you're looking for that stuff, it's all in the chat there.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We had some issue getting our secretary form together and out. We have had 2 parents contact us after we opened it up for nominations. We have 2 parents that have contacted us, and we're going to send out, I got Mr. Mateo the Google form. We are going to send that out, and we're going to ask that names are in by Friday. But I was wondering if we don't have any names, any additional names come in, these 2 parents have offered to split it 2 ways. I know that they would be willing to split it 3 ways if you guys want to join in, whatever we need to do. Are you guys okay with that, or do you want to do the standard election? My thought is the more hands, the better.
As long as your bylaws allow it.
Yep. So, anything else?
Can I just chime in quickly about the garden?
Yes.
Okay. Just a quick update. Ms. Pack sent out an email earlier this week. I did a quick garden tour. So I realized that there's a lot of kids that are with GATE that don't get a chance to see what the garden looks like, including my own kids. So Ms. Pack sent out an email and I included a quick garden tour that I took the kids around just to show them what we're growing. And then I also did a demo. Normally we'd be planting garlic at this time of year. So I also did a demo video on planting garlic. So those are available in that email. Mr. Mateo also posted them on his YouTube channel. So they're available for viewing there as well. I included a recipe. And then also if any kids are interested in learning how to grow garlic, we have lots of extra garlic that we grew this summer from the school garden. So if anybody is interested in trying to grow it or have questions, feel free to reach out to me. My email is in that email that Ms. Pack sent out, and I can connect you and give your kiddo some garlic to practice with.
It came up in the chat and I wanted to address it. We offered out rest mats to our kids this year, to the kindergartners, and I was put in charge of it. And I collected all the orders and I had them all in time and I hung them up on my wall next to my desk. And then because my kids did not order rest mats, I did not get them ordered in a timely manner. So I will be following up and I will be getting the information to your teachers tomorrow that they can send out. So I apologize for that. Mrs. Galloway reminded me at the beginning of this week about those. So I apologize. All right. Is there anything else? All right. We are going to call our meeting to an end. Our next meeting is Tuesday, December 14th, and we will be right back here at on Zoom. Thank you so much for coming.